I want to talk to you a little bit about my story, how I came from where you're sitting to where I'm at now and what it feels like. My goal in life is to bring inspiration to others so they can live their best life every single day. That's super important. It's not about learning Photoshop. It's not learning about deving up sites. It's not learning about learning Illustrator and doing great work. I mean, those are key components and tools that bring you the result, what you really want, which is fulfillment, which is peace, which is inspiration, which is waking up every day and loving where you're going to go and understanding that life is meant to be lived daily, not in this element of time or what society says you should do. So I'm going to bring kind of a different angle. I like to think it's a different angle, and I hope that, I guess my goal today would be to leave this classroom and you to leave and just having a different perspective and being a little bit more inspired to do it a little bit different. That's really important to me, and it's important to me that you guys feel that. So first, I would like to play a few videos for you if you don't mind. Is it okay if I play a couple of videos? The videos are going to be more about the studio. I want to talk about the agency that I own and talk about the staff. I want to talk about what it's like to work there and what I'm trying to create. And we're also going to do questions. So I have no idea what you're going to ask me, but that's the fun part. So I want you to ask me the hard stuff. I want you to ask me stuff that you want to know. Just let's do it. So I'll play this video first. Okay, so that's a little bit, I'm not telling you to go out and get a barista job, but I just wanted to communicate to you guys how important it is to just be yourself, work really hard in doing what you're doing, and carve out a piece for yourself in this community and the things that you want to get done. Where do you want to work? What do you want to do? How do you want to implement things in your life? How do you want to implement the talents that you have in the world? Just do it. Start now. I freelanced in college like a crazy person. I had my, the first thing I ask people when they come meet with me, like Lauren that came with me, is your portfolio online? I want to see it. I want to see your portfolio. I want to see a little bit about you. I want you to come in. I want to meet with you. It's not about one thing. It's about all things. People want you. And anytime you're feeling real low and you're feeling like I'm not good enough, remember that you are good enough because there's no other you. There's no other you. What's your name? Mark? There's no other you, man. Mark, you are completely 100% unique. There's not another one of you walking around. I could tell you all to draw me a picture of a goat, and every single picture will be different. It will be unique. Which one's more valuable? That's not for you to determine. It's not for anybody to determine. Why do we buy paintings for millions of dollars? I don't know, because someone thought it was worth $1 million. In the end, that's how simple it is. That's how unique you are. You are one of a kind, set apart, incredibly just unique. But the problem is we don't believe it. You don't think that. Some of us do. I don't think many of us do, because we live in a culture and society that says you have to do it a certain way. I don't live in that culture or society. However, I have two rules that I always will abide by. The number one rule is do not hurt myself, physically, emotionally, or mentally. That's my first rule. And it's not in order of importance either. My second rule is don't hurt anybody else, physically, emotionally, or mentally. Those are the two rules that I have for myself. All other rules, off the table. Because really, that's why we have the other rules, is so we don't break the two rules that I have. So if I follow those two rules in my life, imagine how much culture hacking I get to do. I don't get to go down the path that's mostly traveled. Does that make sense? Does this make sense? You guys can do it any way you want. I love talking to college students because y'all are ready to do this. You're ready to implement and take action. And so that's what I want. I want a society and a culture and a generation to redefine the way we do things, to do it differently. I don't want to do it the same way. I don't like one size fits all, because one size doesn't fit all. It doesn't. Sometimes, even one size doesn't fit all when it comes to friendships or relationships. Never does. We're all different. All of us. Another thing is, you guys, like, I know I'm getting off of like design and art, but I think this is really important in regards to foundation and what you're going to do and what you're going to accomplish, is knowing who you attract. Like, this comes for jobs. When you get a job, you get to pick your job. Don't apply at all of them. Apply at the ones you want. I mean, unless you want to grind a little bit, like I like to apply. I wanted to work at a lot of places so I could experience it's okay not to know what you want, by the way, because I didn't. I didn't know what I wanted. And so I went and worked at places that sucked. I was like, oh, this sucks. But the great part is I don't care if I quit things. Like, I'm okay with that, quitting. I just think it moves me forward. If I quit something I don't like, sweet. Now I know. I'm just like, 'cause society and culture says quitting is bad. I don't think it's bad. As long as you're not doing one of two things, right? As long as you're not breaking the two rules. You're being respectful, you're being kind, and you're trying to make the world a better place. If I can navigate and quit or fail or lose and not break those two rules, sweet. That means I get farther ahead of where I want to go. You guys following me here? So when I was talking about like not applying for just all the jobs, finding out what you want, it's about attraction. Like, this goes for everything. Relationships, friendships, jobs. Like, you need to be yourself at all times. Why do you need to be yourself? Because if you're not yourself, people will be attracted to the fake person. Jobs will hire you because of the fake person. If you're pretending, you're going to get hired because of the pretender that you played. If you go into an interview and you act like somebody you're not and you get hired, you're screwed. You are. Let's talk about relationships. You want a boyfriend or girlfriend? Well, you better damn well be yourself. Because if you're not, in about a year or maybe 6 months, you can't sustain that faker. And eventually that person's going to look at you when you finally own up to who you really are. And because it's natural for you to be yourself. That's a weird concept, right? It's natural to be yourself. Weird. Like, what? That's crazy to me that I have to say that to people, right? Or I have to say it to myself. Like, remember to be yourself. Like, it's freaking crazy to think that we have to consciously be ourselves. So if you're yourself, what's going to happen is you're going to attract people that love who you are. They're going to love you because you're you. If you're a pretender, if you're trying to be someone you're not, and you're going in and you're playing the part and being in society and just acting, guess what? You're going to attract people, all right. And you could win, but it's only going to be for a limited amount of time, and you couldn't possibly be happy doing that. It's impossible for you to be happy being someone you're not. Impossible. See, just be you, and who cares if someone doesn't like? There's a lot of people that don't like me. There's probably people in this room that don't like me. There's probably somebody in this room that's like, this guy is such a douchewagon. Like, it's okay, and I'm okay with it. Like, it's okay with me, because I'm just not your person. Does that make sense? Like, I'm just not for you. It's okay. There is somebody for you that could speak into your life and inspire you, and I don't need to be that person. In the end, I'm just going to be me and wear a shirt that has dragons and roses on it and a man bun and just do whatever the hell I want to do, and I'm going to be myself, because in the end, at the end of the day, I'm just so happy being that person. I'm really happy. Do I have insecurities? Hell yes, I do. Am I nervous about speaking in front of people? Absolutely. Was I nervous this morning? Yep. Like, all of these things I'm always nervous about. I'm insecure. Do I have vulnerabilities? Absolutely. The way that I accomplish and overcome vulnerabilities and insecurities is I tell everybody about them. That helps me, because then there's no mystery. I'm like, yeah, I'm scared as hell. Like, I want everybody to know. It just kind of frees me. You know, I want all my problems out there. I don't know why. I just think it's better for me. It's just the way that I operate inside. I want people to know my vulnerabilities so that way they know what they're getting and they expect. And then if they accept me, I know it's real. So good, right? Like, it just feels good to know that I can be accepted for who I am just by being myself. Because when I'm not myself, always in the back of my mind that, do they really love me? Did they really hire me for the right reasons? Do they really like me? And so then what are we doing? Then we're always trying to work up to that person, trying to kiss butt and trying to do the right things, and we're going home stressed. And in the end, you go home, and then you're yourself, weirdly, and you're just dead inside. And then what do we do? What do we do to overcome those things? We get addicted to things, whatever that thing is that we're trying to cope with. I believe when you're freely yourself all the time, I believe you are less dependent on things around you. And you're just more dependent on living life. Another thing I like to believe in is the absence of time. Like, I'm not trying to get all weird on you, but I try not to really think about tomorrow very much. I do have 5-year plans, 10-year plans in regards to where I want to be. And that's another side of me on the business side that I have to have. But owning who I am today, understanding that if I just, right now I'm with you. This is my, one thing I always try to say with my clients is my most important client is the one I'm with. The most important time that I've ever lived is right now in this classroom. Because this is where we are right now. This is who I get to impact. This is what we get to talk. We get to communicate and have fun. I'm not thinking about going back to the office after this. I'm not thinking about the 55 emails that have come to me in the matter of an hour. I'm not thinking, I just thought of it, right? But no, I'm not worried about it. Because this is where it's at right here. And I just think that's super important for you guys to understand. When you're in college, quit thinking about the job that's there. Quit thinking about the future. Think about it, plan for it, organize it, talk about it, but don't worry about it. Because it'll be there for you guys. Don't worry. Because in the end, if you're truly yourself and you're hustling and working hard and you're grinding and doing what you do, you'll be wanted. I promise you, if you're you. If you're completely fulfilled and just doing your thing, you're actually kind of blind to the world around you and it's really blurry. You're just oh, I'm just doing my thing. People start reaching out to you. It's weird. They're like, hey, come be a part of our thing. You're like, whoa, okay, that's sweet, man. And you go be a part of that thing. But then here's the second thing, and this is all business related too, because this is what I do. I'm not good at everything, so I surround myself with people who are. That team, you'd be surprised, the YouTube thing that played, that stuff I would have never have let go for a long time. But now I'm losing some of my skills in the creative field because I have this team, right? So the people I surround myself with, I don't micromanage them. I just trust them. I would rather trust somebody and get burned later than micromanage them in the beginning. Managing takes a lot of effort and energy from me, and I don't want to spend my energy doing that when I don't, because what's the win, right? If I don't micromanage and I trust a person at my team to do something great and they actually succeed, everybody won because I didn't have to micromanage. They succeeded. They're amazing. They feel fulfilled. They feel empowered. They got something done. And we have a great relationship and the company grows and everybody wins. So, home run. But if I micromanage them at the beginning, they have anxiety, they're not happy, they hate their job, I'm stressed because I feel like they're not doing a good enough job, because they're not doing it my way. Where's the fun in that? Where's the positivity or the return? There isn't one, ever. Ever. So that really helps me too, surrounding myself with people that I trust and I choose to trust. I feel that I'm really good at seeing people. I just feel that's a natural gift that I have, that I can look at somebody. That's why I like hiring baristas. That's why I like finding people in weird places and bringing them. I just feel that was a gift. And I can see through people. I can see the whys of a person rather than the whats. You know what I mean? So it's surrounding myself with those people, putting myself around them, and then trusting them to do whatever it is they want to do. So if I hire somebody, I will ask them, do you even want this? Do you want to live? Do you want to work here? Do you really want to work here? Is this something you really want to do? And then as far as business goes, we have over 10 employees now. I think 12 employees. I think only one of them is part-time. And Seejepp offers full medical health benefits now. I can't believe that. It's so crazy. And we pay half of it for all of our staff. We have bonus plans in place. We're doing profit sharing in 2019. I have no idea how this is all happening other than just doing it. Like, yeah, I think we need some health benefits. And then we just go get them. And then there they are. And it's great. And people are like, wow, like you're offering health benefits and PTO and you're doing this profit sharing system and you have all these employees. Like, you're killing, I guess. I'm just doing it. Like, this is what should be done. This is part of culture. And then going in and making culture better. Just saying yes to things. And so the reason I say that is because it wasn't done just by me, because I'm the type of person that thinks little and acts big. Meaning, like, I think, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid, but I'm more natural reactionary. I'm more like, that sounds awesome, let's freaking do it. Like, let's go, let's like figure this out and do it. And then I have people that I've surrounded myself with, that have 2 business coaches, people around me that are like, whoa, dude, like, stop for a second. And I listen to them, and I trust them, and I don't micromanage. Like, I'm not like fighting them, because I trust the people that I've surrounded myself with. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you and how we can apply this to you is surround yourself with people you trust. Do you know that Josh, who's doing the vlog right now, Alyssa, John, Brian, and that's it, right? You know where I'm going with this? Brian. I said Brian, yeah. Those 4, I sat, there could be 4 of you in here that are in that position. I sat in school with them. I didn't sit with Brian a lot, but he was in the same, like, we overlapped like a year. But do any of you know those people, any of them? Yeah. Yeah, well, y'all are new, huh? But yeah, it's like I sat next to John at a desk, and John has like 3 degrees. It's crazy. Like, and I sat next to him, I remember one day I sat next to him and I go, wouldn't it be cool if one day I started an agency and you were my first employee, my first staff member? He was like, yeah, that'd be cool, because he's a man of few words, you know? He's great. He's one of my best friends too. Like, I have these core guys and he's one of them. And that'd be cool. And was my first hire, still works there. He's our creative director, and he's a baller. Like, he does so great. And I just want you guys to get that concept of the people you're sitting around right now. If you look around this room, you could be working with them. You should. You should actually establish these connections right now. Like, you should start really thinking of ideas and start creating them, and start now. Like, take some of these school projects that you're doing and make them actual things in the world. I think that's a super great idea. How much time am I doing okay on time? Sweet. Okay, so how did I do it? How did I create a studio, an agency, a marketing firm? I took one business course, Business 101. That was about it. I made it through. I took a few Adobe courses, but none of this is what made it happen. What made this all happen is I had the courage to actually step out and make something happen and just try. Be okay to fail. I'm okay with it, because in the end, I'm going to be all right. I'm not even afraid of my company going out of business. Like, I have fear, so I act on that fear to make it right, and I will always okay, I view my company as a Jenga game. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, that's not good. But I've redefined what Jenga is, right? So what I started with, I had a Jenga block, then I was building it up. How do you build Jenga? Take pieces from the bottom and put them on top. The problem is, okay, not the problem, we won't get to the problem yet. What's cool about Jenga is it grows. It gets higher. You're going forward. You're like, hell yeah. Like, it's getting bigger. Like, things are working out for me. And then you don't really realize until it starts doing this. You're like, oh, snap. Like, it's going to fall over. It looks like it's growing, but then suddenly you start getting, you're not very sustainable. I saw that. That happened to my company. So what we do is we get some blocks from someplace else, and we establish that foundation, and we continue to grow, because that's the Jenga game that I like to play. Is understanding that things that we do, just because it's growing doesn't mean it's sustainable. That's very important. So, like, I guess I'm not afraid of what's going to happen, because I will just kind of fix it the way that it's supposed to be fixed as we go forward. I don't know. I just want to try. I just want to keep doing and make things happen. There are things that we have plans at Seejepp and my studio to make it better and more efficient. Here, I'll just share an actual idea with you right now. I want to create a company that eliminates the line between work-life balance. I hate work-life balance. I think it is ridiculous. I think the term is absolutely insane. Because when you're at work, when you're at school, you're living a life. So why did you separate life from work? That's insane. Like, you're here right now. Right now, you're not at school. You're living a life. You just happen to be, the school is in your life. Work-life balance is absolutely ridiculous. So the unfortunate part about it is society and culture says that work-life balance is necessary because we live in a system that says you need money to do things, and to get money, you have to work for it. I hate that system, but I have to do it. It's just, I want to be a pioneer and try to change it. That would be really great. And maybe I could be one of the many millions of people that can work together to create a new way of doing things. Right now, I'll just do my part and just insert my value into things. So work-life balance, I'd love to create a company. It requires me to maybe get a building. Like Google that thing out. You know what I mean? Like, I want my staff members or the people I work with to be able to come in and understand that, hey, this is all about life. Like, their families can come in. I want like a dog park for pets. I want like a daycare for free for like staff members. And it's like you can come and go as you please. And like the system is that everybody knows you had a job to do and you still take care of clients. It's not come and party. It's grind, hustle, get work done, and take care of clients and work really hard. But also knowing that, hey, your spouse can come in or your girlfriend or boyfriend can come in. And you could have lunch together, and then you can bring your kids in if you don't want to pay for childcare. And you can bring your dog out for a walk at the dog park, all that kind of stuff. These are things that I'd like to do with my agency eventually to eliminate the line of work-life balance. I think that would be really, really cool. And I really, really want to try to make that happen. And I just really don't believe in work-life balance, and I really want to get rid of it. Because we're living life right now, you guys. Hold on here. Didn't recognize my face. So what you do is not about what you do. It's about why you do it. Why are you guys in college? Somebody tell me why you're here. I heard somebody whisper. What? Get a degree. Okay. Why do you want a degree? Okay. Yeah. And why do you want a job? Why do you want a job? Okay. Yeah. Why you want a job to make some money, and then why do you want money? Feel fulfilled. Right. Why do you want to do the other stuff? Yeah, because you want to be in the end. The end goal is to be fulfilled. That's why you're here. You're not here for any other reason. I think it's just like you should write it on the wall, like why you're here to be fulfilled in your life. Like the things that you're doing, the whats, are just the key components to get you to that specific location. I do the same thing with my clients. Clients come in, they're like, I need a website. Well, do you really need a website? Well, no, I don't, yeah. Why do you want a website? Well, because everybody else has one, and this is what you do. Like, yeah, that's what you think you need. But I will literally tell them this. I'll say, look, why do you want a website? Well, it's because I want to grow my business. Yes, okay, so that's the goal for my client. You want to grow your business. Can I just draw you a map to grow, to business growth any way that I want in regards to our expertise as an agency? They love it. They're like, yes. Like, then you don't really need a website right now. Maybe you need some Facebook marketing. Whatever it is that will take them to that location, that's really what your clients want. Freelancers, I guarantee you will close everybody if you sit down and talk to them that way. They say, I want this. Well, let me really find out if you want that. Do you want a website? I need a logo. Everybody kind of does need a logo, so we do talk about that. Like, I'm not saying you don't need a website. What I'm saying is, we talked about fulfillment. This formula of fulfillment, of the main goal, anything that you do in work, college, or in life, find out the why, and then draw a cool map to getting there. Draw the map. Why do my clients want to, let's talk about this again. Why do my clients want a website? Because they want to grow their business. Why do you want to grow your business? Well, because I want to make money. Okay, why do you want to make money? Because I want to be fulfilled. Okay, that's the goal. How can we bring more fulfillment into your life? Well, I can make your business grow by communicating that message to your target audience so you can kill it in business, and then you could go on more vacations with your family. It's not about freaking growing a company. It's about being fulfilled. And so I talk to everybody this way. All my clients, all my staff members, everybody. It's really easy when you talk this way because it's just one goal. And what's cool about culture and society the way it is you can hack it by just drawing the map a different way. I want to go the quickest way possible to those goals. That's really, really important to me. So another thing is, you guys, time is your most valuable currency. Don't waste it. Right now, a lot of us, most of us, all of us almost, are young. You have time. Like, grind right now. Like, I know some of you may have kids, you might be married, and you got stuff you got to attend to, which is great. But even you, like, find time to grind and don't waste your time. Like, right now, like, you can carve a piece out of this society and this world, but by just working at it, building it. Like, yes, this all sounds great to be fulfilled, and it sounds really light and easy and happy and inspiring, but in the end, you have to grind, you have to work, and you have to, like, it's not going to be easy because you have to carve through a society and a culture, and you have to make money. So go make money. And don't charge for your time, because don't punish yourself for being good at something. Right, John? John is one of the best logo designers that I know, and he's good at it. He should never charge for his time. He should charge for the work that he put out in the end. It should be a lot more than his time. What's more valuable? A logo that I can do. Let's say John and I were able to do the same logo, which is impossible. I couldn't possibly design as good as him. But let's say I could. But it took me 10 hours, and it takes him 2. Which is more valuable? His, because it took 2 hours. It's more valuable to the client because you saved them 8 hours of their time and money. So therefore, he needs to charge more and not punish himself for working shorter. What if I charge the same amount as John? I charge $100 an hour, right? And he charges $100 an hour. Oh, great. John makes $200. I make 1,000. Did I say it took me 8 or 10? 10. Okay, so 1,000. So I get to make more because it took me longer? That's ridiculous. Does that sound ridiculous to you? Yeah. But John gets to turn, he's like done day 1, or he's done in 2 hours, and he's like, here it is. They're all, no. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? So like they would pay him, but he should do it more because he saved the client 8 hours. So my point is, your time is way more valuable than money. Don't punish yourself for being good at something. Freelancers, don't kill our industry. Charge a lot of money if you're good. But if you suck, don't charge for anything. I'm serious. You guys know if you suck. It's okay, you're in college, you can suck. I sucked once. I probably suck in a lot of other areas too, but I'm not going to go out and do it anymore. Like, I'm just going to put people around me that really do great. And just get in your lane and be the best at what you do. And then if you charge great money for it, because you can do it better than anybody else. Okay? Like, seriously, value yourself more. Please value yourself more, even when you're getting a job. But also, it's okay to do free work to get better, to grind. Like, the whole idea we hate to hear is, oh, it's a good portfolio piece. Don't let somebody tell you, well, I thought you would do it for free because it'll make your portfolio better. Like, we hate that. But on the flip side, you can volunteer that to others, to businesses or nonprofits that you actually love. And I think that's a great idea. I do. I think that's a great idea to do free work for people that you volunteer it to. Find the businesses. You know, there's so many out there that want you to come and approach them and help them with things. And that really kind of get you going and get you like grinding and working and understanding and learning how like the workings of exchanges between your services and all that you do. But when they start approaching you like, well, I thought you'd do it for free, that's a little different. Like, no, you have a need and I'm going to charge you for it. It's okay to do that. Like you should. Just don't punish yourself in our industry. Okay. Yeah, actually I have a note here. Make sure you're actually good. I did that naturally. It was perfect. All right. Read your, last thing. This is actually the last thing. Read your market, you guys. You do not control the market. The market wants what the market wants. The market is what's out there. Right now, I do not consider Seejepp a design firm. It is not a ad firm. It is not a marketing agency. It is not a digital marketing agency. Even though I have to call it that sometimes so people can understand it, it is not that. It's a communications company. What do? We communicate. What is social media? What's Facebook? What's Instagram, Snapchat? What is Twitter? What is LinkedIn? They're just windows of communication. What is a website? It's a window of communication. What is a logo? It's communication. What's a business card? It's communication. All of it. You're communicating something through something. That is all it is. Okay? So the market, what do they want? They want to communicate on social media right now because that's where everybody's attention is. Gary Vaynerchuk, someone that I really like to follow, he says his agency is a attention agency. So where are people's attention right now? Most of people's attention is on social media. That's just the time that we live in. That's the market. They're saying, we're on social media. But then we're like, hey, let's put a poster up. Nothing wrong with posters. I love posters. But if you really want to get a message out there, answer the market. Fill a need. Like if you have a client who wants a poster, say, hey, that's awesome. Let's do the poster, but let's also communicate this same brand through social media so you can get your word out. Listen to the market. Okay? So by defining my company as a communications company, I'm able to answer the call when the market changes. So if the market says, we love social media, and then tomorrow they're like, we love VR. Guess what my company is going to communicate through? VR. I will adapt and transition at any moment to answer the market. And I'll continue to love what I love, which is communicating. I really do. Like boiled down, this is what I love to do is communicating with people. I get to do it right now verbally in front of you in the real world. Sometimes I do it on the videos through my vlog. One day maybe we'll do VR and we'll do voice. I think voice sucks right now, but it's definitely going in that direction. I think they're just beta testing the hell out of us all the time and making it better. They're not really testing it. They're just like, hey, throw Alexa out there. And it never understands them. But then we'll get the reports back and know what we have to fix. I actually think that's cool because there's no competition for them. They're just like, hey, here you go. But listen to the market. Understand that it's not about what you want. It's about what the market wants. However, if the market's saying something, you do something else, that's fine. You just don't expect the return. Just don't expect, don't have unrealistic expectations, I guess is the main thing right there. So if you don't like social media, don't do it. But you aren't going to win in regards to like communicating messages effectively and at the maximum potential. This is what I'm talking about grinding, right? So maybe I don't like social media, but I have a goal to be fulfilled in my life. Okay, I've got to grind in social media for this amount of time. This is where I am planned and structured. I'm like, okay, I'm going to grind and learn this and be really great at Facebook ad marketing so I can earn the money that society says I have to earn to live the life that I want to live, right? And then I'm also do, so it's different. Like when you're doing something and grinding and hustling at something with a goal in mind, you're willing to go through it because you have a purpose. But if you're blindly just going to work, grinding every day, not knowing why you're doing it, and you don't have a goal, then you're depressed and you have anxiety, and that leads down a very dark path. Have a goal. So when you have a goal, when you have something that you want to attain, all the grinding, all the things, all the hustle, the late nights, the struggles, the pain are worth it. Does that make sense? Like have a reason. When you have a reason, you can do anything. You're just like, yeah, this sucks so bad, but it's because I'm going to be able to do this. Okay, I think I have like 5 minutes. Yeah, I want to do some questions. Sorry if I took up too much of your Q&A. Okay, first of all, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You gave me your time, and that, like I said, is the most valuable thing, and I really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, I'd love to answer some questions if you have any.
I know as second years we're getting ready to go into internships soon. Did you do just one internship, or did you tend to kind of bounce around?
I did one. I was too anxious to go to work. And I freelanced during my internship to make money. I interned at one place, and it was called Bad Kitty Studios, and it was in Impresio marketing at the time, and I loved it. It was great. It was great, and it was paid. It was really great too. You can actually, don't be afraid to ask for paid internships. I say force them into it. Be good. Go in and show them something awesome, and then be like, yeah, I'm looking for, even if it's a low amount, get paid something. But also, it's okay to take a free internship if you can do it. If it's like at somewhere that offers that you just, remember, it's not about the money, it's about being fulfilled, right? So if it's a crappy internship, get paid. If it's an awesome internship, you can learn a lot. That's just as valuable as money. So just make sure you understand that. Yes, sir?
You have obviously thought a lot about this personal philosophy. What were some of the most influential moments that led you into making this philosophy?
Well, I went through some life changes, but it's always kind of been inside. I guess what brought me to this philosophy is just finally being honest with myself. Like, it's all inside of us. When I talk like this, I think you all kind of understand. You get it. It's like, does it feel like, I don't know if you guys are impacted by what I'm saying. I never try to assume how you feel, but I feel like these truths are like a breath of fresh air and you feel it. I feel like you're like, finally someone said it. So what that means, it's been inside you the whole time. And I think I just was finally honest with myself, and this is what it feels like to not care about what anybody thinks in a good way, as long as I don't break my 2 rules. So not caring what someone thinks, you can break the 2 rules very easily by being a jerk or egotistical or like all the bad things. I try to understand just what's the truth. The truth is I could die tomorrow. I could get out here right now, hopefully not with Josh in the car, but I could get in a car wreck and I could die on the way home. But I'll be happy because I gave you my all. Even if it's a little flawed or if it's a little weird. At least this is me. Does that make sense? So just being honest with myself. I don't know what happened. I just broke. Yeah. Yes, sir?
What hurdles did you encounter making your own company or starting it?
Myself. Fear. Because that's the thing too, is I didn't learn any of it. I just did it, what I felt was right. Like, that's what's great about Seejepp is like I grew it off of accounts receivable. There's no like loans. I don't have a lot of debt. I just did it and grinded and worked. So fear that I wasn't doing it correctly. So, but actually it ended up being my greatest strength because I did it different. I grew it just the way that I felt that it should be grown. But then I started to see the Jenga thing happen, so I brought in a business coach. I brought in a profit coach. I brought in like, what am I doing wrong? And I shared my philosophy with them, and they weaved in and out of my philosophy to build it the right way. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Like, the goals, I can get detailed, but just fear, overcoming my fear of, am I doing this right? Any more?
Where'd you get your awesome shirt?
I got this shirt in, I think it was Hawaii at Hollister. Yeah. It was one of those like, I'm going to buy that shirt, and I don't care how goofy it looks. All my friends make fun of me, but I'm like, I don't care.
More?
It's a great closing question, by the way. Thank you.
So can we give them a round of applause?
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Oh, snap. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks again. I really appreciate. Hey, like, reach out to me. You're always welcome to get a hold of us. I'm busy. Like, I actually leave tomorrow for 2 weeks for some trips, but like, I'm around. So please message me. Find me on Instagram. It's just Seejepp. I'm as long as there's a schedule there, we can do stuff. I don't know. So just I'm open to talk to anyone at any time. Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.